Hey everybody, this is John for MTG Nexus coming at you with some Boros burn this evening. As a friendly reminder, if you like what you're seeing here on Twitch, would you please consider giving us a follow? If you like what you're seeing on YouTube, please give us a subscribe. And this is going to be the final time I run this list through the gauntlet, or should I say through a league, before writing the sideboard guide sometime tomorrow, post up on Patreon, all that jazz. This is a list, we started out with a 5-0, and then we've had 2 3-2s since then, so going to be on the lookout to see how the meta is kind of shifting a little bit. Really don't have any strong opinions about any of the card choices we made since the beginning of when we built this deck. I know some people have tried Wear Tear and not been too pleased with it. I know GG's for Goblin Guide's been working on it and wasn't too thrilled with the card. I think 2 of is fine. You know, some people prefer Smash, some people prefer any other number of things. Shattering Spree, Braid, and like Prowess decks, etc. But I'm pretty happy with this list so far. You know, nothing too fancy. You know, we're only running 3 Blaze, 3 Helix, the full 4 Skull Cracks, only 2 Rift Bolts. I think that's a concession you make when you're running Roiling Vortex, whether you're in the main or the side. And then Relic of Progenitus, been liking this against the Uro piles primarily. 4-of Path to Exile has been pretty excellent in spots. Beyond that, 2 Core Firewalkers feels like about the right number. I say that, and then I'm going to run into 3 mirror matches in this league. So, that said, let's hop into the action, as I have quite a bit I want to get done tonight, and I'm already pretty tired, so shall we go? M. Hayashi being the machine again. At least someone's kind of giving him a bit of a run for his money here. Dr. Queller, Mateus F., and Tuganaxos. Alright, we're on the play. Click Visa everywhere you want to be. And let's get this rolling. Hand's a little land heavy, but definitely can't turn down Swiss Spear into either Blaze or Swiss Spear into double Lava Spike. So definitely keep lead on basic mountain, minimize the damage you take. Opponent has at least 1 turn before they can identify what deck you're on, because you can still be Prowess, you can still be Burn with this opening. Horizon Canopy go. Alright, so I'm gonna guess Death and Taxes with Path to Exile kicker, I'm guessing. There's no way you keep a hand Death and Taxes with no 1 mana play, right? Okay, they have Giver runes, sure. So their second land's probably a colorless source. Yep. With a Leonin Arbiter. Okay. Let's, I was going to say, let's go ahead and keep them from casting spells. The only spells they can cast at that point are white spells. Alright, so Death and Taxes. Definitely want the Wear Tears. We definitely want the Path to Exiles. Actually, Wear Tear isn't necessarily a 100% inclusion. If you don't see Stoneforge out of them, it's kind of a little bit of a risky card, but not. Eidolons almost always come out in these kind of matchups. And then the next cuts are Boros Charms, just because they don't interact with their creatures, don't interact with their permanents of any type of note. So Alright, so hand's a little bit awkward. Our first interaction isn't until turn 2. I still think with Goblin Guide and stuff, we still keep this hand, but... Oh, they're the blue-white version. Okay, interesting. Actually that was a punt. I should have played our fetch land there, in case they're on, Leonin Arbiter next turn. Because now we gotta waste a spell on Leonin Arbiter. Goblin Guy, give them a Ghost Quarter. Huh. Okay. Make sure we do this. Grab. They could have Forge Tender here, which would kind of suck, but I still think we make the play. Maybe I wasn't supposed to Boros Charm main phase there, just in case. Okay, so no plays on 1. So I guess you kept the Ether Vial hand pretty much. Feels like a Spell Queller. Okay. Yep, no reason to play anything here. So we know that our opponent has a Path to Exile in hand. So I'm honestly kind of surprised they didn't Path the Spirit, or Path the 2 mana play here, so probably... Okay, Leonin Arbiter, sure. Okay. So one of their cards in hand is Path. One of their cards is an unknown. It's going to Path the Arbiter. No, the Phoenix action's afterwards, actually. I'm doing the burn stuff first, then the Phoenix building. Wanted to get the League out while I was still more awake. Deck building doesn't require me to be quite as awake. Well, Sky Claves. Alright, so... basically you're saying you're dead here, because you have Path to Exile in hand, and that's it. So I don't have to play around with Spell Queller or any kind of nonsense. Copy of Wear Tear, huh? I think we upkeep Skullcrack them, and then okay, digging for more action. So 2 unknowns in hand. Pass the turn, see if you take any game actions. Leads me to believe your hand's all lands and reactive spells again. Just let this resolve. Unless you have exactly Spell Queller, you're dead here. Okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, I knew about the path. I was just curious what they were aiming for here. Land in hand. Okay. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope everything is well. We are aiming for a 5-0 here. Would be nice way to wrap up this particular version of Burn, to bookend it with 5-0s. Oh, nothing like choking on your own spit. Come on, league pop-up. Guess I should start looking into see if there is any recent lists in Alright, so got ourselves a bit of a clunker here. Four-lander Swiss Spirit and Eidolon is tempting. Still think we got a mulligan. Sand's fine. Probably put back Skewer, I guess. So mirror match or prowess. It's going to pass the turn here. I'm going to want to fetch a white source, so I really don't want to deal with myself 3 damage just to deal 3 damage. And I think I did jinx myself at the beginning of the broadcast when I said, watch, I'll run into like 3 mirror matches here. Could be prowess still. Prowess confirmed. Really awkward, but our hand is clunky as heck. And this is one of the issues you run into sometimes with Boros variants, is just the pure unadulterated. Alright, so what is my best path to victory here? I guess my best path would be Lava Spike and then Skewer the Critics the Swift Spear. That would be the best path to victory instead of trying to worry about burning my opponent's face. Sure. I'll pay 1 to Lava Dart me. Oop. Do another land? Do not. So the most damage for them would be Swift Spear into Lightning Bolt the Eidolon, but that would deal them 5 damage and would only deal us 2. So they'd be dead to a land off the top or another 1-mana spell. Well, to be fair, most people haven't been playing more traditional mono Red Prowess in quite some time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're about to run into Bedlam Reveler too, so. So they've run the math. Honestly, I think their best play is just to bolt the Eidolon and then play the Swift Spear. You only get 1 point of damage, but they only take 3 damage that way. I guess they could technically also Lava Dart us, which would kind of suck, but... Okay, hit us for 1, put us to 7, sure. I'll spike you, Vulture. Close game. Very close game. One, two, three, four, 5. So this feels like a Bedlam Reveler. Come on, tap that Fiery Islet. You know you wanna. A lot of things kill us here. We're at a virtual 3 because of the Lava Dart in the yard. So what do we even have for this matchup? Paths, Firewalkers, and Relics? Kiln Fiend, Burst Lightning. Okay. So bit of a gamble here. They have it. They have it. Looks like they don't. So we're just gonna go ahead and Boros charm them. They've slow rolled us. Well played, I guess. Don't know. Alright. Got game 1, which is really important, and they forced them to show us Kiln Fiend, which is also very important for sideboarding decisions. Bring these guys in, bring Deflecting Palm in, Wear Tear is a possibility, Core Firewalker obviously comes in. Some number of Path to Exile likely come in here. Boros Charms go out because they don't target creatures. Skullcrack could be on the cutting block because most of their life gain is Dragon's Claw, and Skullcrack doesn't do a particularly good job of fighting that. Eidolon is relevant in this matchup. Man, there's a lot of cards we don't want to cut in this matchup. Skullcrack out. Look at their setup now. Like, I'm almost in danger of overboarding, honestly. Shave a land on the draw. Been a while since I've done that. Hand looks pretty decent, pretty decent. Only problem is, once again, no play on 1. to deal with their creatures, so we're going to take a hit from 1-drop a couple times, and they don't have 1-drop. Okay. I respect it, opponent. I respect it. That makes things easier. I think we just go grab that, play Relic. 5X rookie pick? I'm confused. Either a Claw or they have a Kiln Fiend draw with a 1-mana removal spell. Hoping we have a 1-mana play. Or they have Lava Dart into... they must be on a Bedlam Reveler hand. This is another style of matchup that I really like Clothis and Relic of Progenitus in. Specifically because of Bedlam Reveler. Like, they can get away with keeping Bedlam Reveler heavy hands. Manamorphose. Sure. I might not play my 3rd land just so I have a land for Searing Blaze, which is kind of scary. But I don't think they're going to be able to fill the graveyard fast enough for Bedlam Reveler, so I'm not terribly worried about that right now. Like, playing Relic on 1 actually really did us some favors. Sure, Firebolt my face, okay. You played your land, okay, sure. Yeah. One, two, three, four. So I actually have to pop the Relic now just to avoid any unnecessary issues. Like I said, they're quite likely on a Bedlam Reveler hand. Wow. Don't know if I make that trade if I'm him, but whatevs. Alright, and our opponent scoops. Nope, they probably... If I had to wager War Dog, I'd probably say they were on a fast Bedlam Reveler hand with some removal spell, with at least one removal spell, which is definitely a defensible keep in the mirror match, especially if you have at least one light up the stage. So they were probably either hoping to hit a quick threat or hoping to play a more mid-range controlling game, because oftentimes Burn's not going to bring in Graveyard Hate against their deck, because they have to answer so many other things between all the 1-drop creatures and the Kiln Fiends and having to answer Dragon's Claw. It just so happened that our particular Graveyard Hate piece, being Relic, fits in quite nicely to the game plan. So So we dodged a bullet there, only having the 2 core firewalkers. But, I mean, that said, we did have firewalkers, we did have deflecting palms, we did have relics. You know, we had a lot of cards. We actually had more cards to bring in than I probably wanted to. Between everything going on. Alright, we'll run the draw for this one. Up against Ice 9. Hands a keep, have a bolt into Eidolon. Or if our opponent doesn't play anything that we care about bolting, we might just play tap land into Eidolon. Depends on what we see out of them turn 1. You know, I was just joking when I said running into 3 mirror matches. I really was. This could be Death and Taxes too, I suppose. Oh no, we're up against LD. Yay. Oh, this deck. Stone Rain! Yay! Hopefully they don't have a 3rd land. Oh no, they have a 3rd land. Okay. Stone Rain, Stone Rain. Does whatever a Stone Rain does. Yep. Okay, they have another land they're going to play. You know, if we get an Eidolon down, we'd be in great shape here. Ghostly Prison, sure. Land off the top, please. Nope. Sure. Fetch land's like actually ideal here, just kind of dumb. They just have all the greatest hits. What does your deck do? It masturbates vigorously while destroying all opponents' lands, but not casting a damn thing that wins the game. Oh, I stand corrected. They beat you to death with a 2/6. If by hilarity you mean one of the things that gets me to tilt, yeah, I suppose. It's probably a Roiling Vortex matchup, probably a Core Firewalker matchup. Although they tend to have Oust and things like that, so maybe not quite as good. Wear Tear is a necessary evil here. Don't tend to have a lot of creatures, so Searing Blaze is probably pretty dead. Probably want to board out Riftbolt as we're boarding in Roiling Vortex. And then... well, it's not even... like, LD, don't get me wrong, LD is annoying. But at least LD, like Ponza, serves kind of a purpose. Like, they actually have threats to win. This deck just literally plays, like, 20 blow up your land spells. Including, Boom Bust that doesn't punish them because they run 8 indestructible lands. And, you know, even being on the draw, we don't have an advantage because they have Gemstone Caverns. So we can still get Boom Busted on turn 1 and never be able to cast Eidolon. Hopefully they don't answer this for some reason. Of course they do. Why would you blow up the... Canopy land over the white source? Alright, I can't cast anything because they have a Trinisphere. Oh right, I forgot they run a win con. My bad. I guess I shouldn't have conceded there because they can't actually blow up a land because of Trinisphere. But we would just have sat there for a bunch of turns and never done anything anyway. Okay. There goes the 5-0 dream, I suppose. So how's everybody doing this evening where you are in the world? Hopefully you're not getting land destruction into the ground. I still don't understand why people play that pile of magic cards. Like, in Leonin and Arbiter, I think are the two fastest ways for me to tilt off. And I'm even more respecting the cards around Leonin and Arbiter to the point where I think Taxes is a 4-lander and Swiftspear, only way I could win. Yeah, pretty much. I thought with having the play our Eidolons would get down and we'd be able to cast spells, but no. No. Definitely not. So we are on the play. No, we're on the draw. This hand's a little suspect on the draw, honestly. I'm actually going to mulligan this hand. This hand feels much better on the draw. Playing back Boros Charm, I guess. Playing into a potential bolt here, but it's kind of whatever. Okay, so they just cast an opt. Sprite Dragon, sure. Do I play Eidolon here, or do I just kill their threat? It's actually a really good question. Do I just kill their threat, or do I just spam an Eidolon here? Go for my #1 rule against... The way they're holding priority here, I do wonder if they have mutagenic growth. Yep. Petty theft? Okay, sure. Good chance they have a way to fight around that, so force them to take a game action here. Yep. Gut shot, really. Okay. So if I play Eidolon, They cast Brazen Borrower in response, hit us for 7. Puts us to 3. Actually feels like a really bad spot. Alternatively, I could attack with both creatures. Go to 10. Yeah, I think my best play here is actually to attack with both creatures. Let them block whichever one. Hopefully Eidolon. Try to skewer the Sprite Dragon. And hope that works. Don't think we're in great shape either way, but... Try to kill your dude. And force them to play their Brazen Borrower before Eidolon resolves. So if they give us the opportunity, I think we 100% snap block. They play in Metamorphose? Wow. Okay. Either digging for or have Stormwind Dragon? Stormwind Drake, whatever its name is. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a pretty brass play. Going to 1. Okay. Am I dead here? I'm not dead, so I don't understand what the point of this was. Why don't you point the Burst Lightning at the Swift Spear and at least give yourself the illusion of staying alive? You have to attack with Brazen Borrower. I can't block anyway. Alright, so bring in the palms. Bring in the palms. Bring in probably all of our paths. Bring in the core firewalkers. Do we bring in the weretears? Probably. Dragon's Claw is certainly a thing. Probably board out the Skull Cracks. Board out the Boros Charms. What is the other cut? Should have like one Eidolon on the draw. Go like that. Alright, so this hand's certainly risky. We could get run out of the building, especially with double wear tear in our hand. I do think Core Firewalker and Lightning Helix is a keep, so keep we will. Yep. I'll say Lightning Bolt would be the best card we could see here, but I think we Lightning Helix the... If they have Mutagenic Growth, they have Mutagenic Growth, but I think we have to try to take this opportunity to try to take out the... Alright. Light up the stage. Soul Scar Mage, Soul Scar Mage. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Alright, I have to play this one. Do the Soul Scar Mage thing. Lava Spike you to gain a life. Fortunately, I don't have a way to get this off the board. Actually, if they're playing Bone Crusher Giant, I guess we get blown out here. Metamorphose into Storming Entity. Yep, Storming Entity. Alright. Well, we could potentially beat this, but it's going to be hard. Well, hello there, friend. Alright, so we're gonna path this guy. And then get blown out very badly by Kozilek's return. And they just keep drawing more threats. Put a card on top. Alright. A lot of things kill us here. That's probably not what they topped, but okay. Lay up the stage of the card they topped. Nothing, huh? Definitely not a point we could be affording to flood out, but flood out we are. Yep, that's a thing. Curious what our next draw steps were. Path and Core Firewalker. It's unfortunate. Do I want to bring in Boros Charm to defend my Core Firewalkers? Probably not. So I'd love to play first. Hand's a little awkward, but I think we keep it. Obviously, it's very, very painful. But it has just about all the bases covered here, so. Mutagenic growth, sure. Okay, draw land. It's almost a shame we couldn't get them to do that with Deflecting Palm, you know? Yep. Wow. Okay. Give him one more opportunity to play another spell here. One burn spell off the top, please. Gonna say, they certainly put up results. You know, if you ever want to go back and watch a match between two red decks, that would definitely be a pretty good match to watch. Fortunately, we're on the draw, but this hand is pretty solid overall. Goblins. Yay, goblins. By the way, if you couldn't tell, that was sarcasm, because Goblins is a particularly bad matchup that I'm glad hasn't been in the meta much. Especially because of Sling Gang Commander. So if they have another land, we're obviously in trouble. Well, okay, they got a matron, sure. Our opponent is going to... Just kill them. Don't think about it. Just kill them. So why does wear tear look bad? Because you're giving up damage for flexibility. Minimum the Eidolons need to come out because they are an Ether Vial deck. It's been a minute since Alright, so bunch of that, cling to dust potentially. Guess we bring in the Firewalkers. Could conceivably bring in Roiling Vortex, but that doesn't feel quite right. Go down that. Well, Leland can mess with them. Blood Moon can mess with us sometimes. Opponent kept 7. 6, 13. I mean, this is a reasonable hand by any stretch of the imagination, but I just don't think it's good enough. Three, 6, because their deck really doesn't deal a lot of damage to themselves, despite being a 2-color mana base. They just don't deal that much damage to themselves. I don't know. This is actually a close one. I'm going to keep, but it's definitely a hand that I could definitely see throwing back. War Marshal's whatever. I mean, War Marshal's a threatening card in some regards, but in other ways it's kind of whatever. I mean, it's a mana efficient spell, I guess. Well, a Goblin land. They were also playing, whatchamacallit? Agadeem's Awakening. Oh, wow. I stand corrected. They do have a lot of answers to Core Firewalker. I didn't realize this particular version had access to 4 Fatal Push in the sideboard, because some of the other ones don't. Yep, there's a Fatal Push. Snoop. D-O-double-G, Snoop. Alright. Well, I mean, obviously they have the potential for a combo, which is scary, but in response to Boggart, we can just... Yeah, I'm cool with them playing that. Like, Sling Gang is legit the only card we even, like, remotely care about here. Okay, so they're floating a mana. Matron for what? Sling Gang. Alright, so I guess our plan is throw spells at the face and pray. So we just lose, right? Let's put you to the test. How many goblins you want to sack? Let them block if they want. Do another Sling Gang, and can we top deck a burn spell? Matron. That's unfortunate. So what you're saying is it didn't matter what we did, we're just dead this game. Gotcha. Why would you go get Mog War Marshal? Oh, because you used that lethal. Cool. I'll get back to your point as soon as this match is over, rookie pick. I don't disagree with you, but I don't entirely agree with you. Hey, no problem, Rodrigo. It'll be up on YouTube again at some point later as well, but 3, 6, 10. I feel like I'm going to play this as a mulligan. This hand's a keep, but man, is it risky. It's one of those hands, if you rip lands, you're just going to, like, potentially demolish them, but... Why didn't they play either Violent one? Fatal Push, probably? Fatal Push or Tarfire? Okay, got a land. Got a Mog War Marshal. Hey, thanks for the follow, Rodrigo. Yep, we got a Fatal Push. Cavern of Souls. Sure. There was another deck, if you look on the MTGO deck dumps, Rodrigo, there was not a deck exactly like yours, but they were playing the green and the white, which has been kind of unusual of late to see. So, Crater Maker, sure. Yeah, opponent took too long with their decision there. So this Searing Blaze is going to deal them 4. They don't get to see a land. They still take the point of damage. If they have the combo here, we could be dead. Hopefully they don't have Sling Gang, but they probably do. Yep. Matron grabbing what? Just passed here. I don't understand why they'd grab War Marshal unless they are trying to line up lethal. Sure. I doubt our opponent will do anything stupid in response to this, but let's see if they do anything. Don't know anything about their hand right now. For Firewalker looking really funky here. Come on, give me a... Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure what's more aggravating, for them flooding out or me just not drawing anything. How's that worded precisely? So they're going to sack it, deny us the life gain. Really? That is pretty ballsy. Gonna keep that one in hand unless in case we draw a Searing Blaze. Yeah, that's game. So frustrating. He should have cast that Sling Gang, but I guess it really doesn't matter in the end here. Just, yeah. Getting a 3-2 overall. So we lost to Goblins and to Red-White LD. Goblins really hasn't been much a part of the meta, at least that I've seen much of late. And Red-White Land Destruction is just an extremely infuriating deck to play against. As far as the deck list, still think it's pretty solid overall for the decks we were targeting a couple weeks ago. Whether it needs like revisited for other deck lists, I'd have to check honestly before I do the sideboard guide tomorrow. But I mean, a 5-0 and then 3-3-2s. Still pretty solid overall. We're really close to a 4-1 there against Gobos. But, you know, sometimes variance gets you a little bit. And then there might have been some play line I could have taken in game number 2 there. But such is life. Goblins is a tough matchup.